Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode in my 2020 garden. It is a very windy day here today in southeastern Wisconsin, so I decided to do things a little differently, and I'm going to do this whole thing with voiceover. Today we are going to be transplanting peppers. I've got a bunch of peppers that need to be transplanted, so join me in the greenhouse as we transplant peppers. So here we go. I always like to start out my transplanting projects with some potting mix that has been moistened to the point where it will hold together when squeezed in your hand, but it isn't really wet. This first batch of peppers that we're going to transplant are peppers that need to be split. Now, sometimes I have multiple seeds sown in each cell, and then as they grow, they need to be split. So you can see there's pretty good root development on this. You just very gently pry them apart and then pot them in a little pot. And I have very good luck with this. I usually don't get much transplant shock at all when I do it this way. Here is another example of peppers that need to be split. This particular cell had 3 that started up, so I'm going to very gently split the largest 2 here, and then once I get that done, just shake off that seed starting mix. I got another little tiny pepper to transplant here. Now these particular peppers are very leggy. You can see the good root development, but they are a little leggier than I would like. And I don't know if it's part of the variety or if they just got leggy. So I'm going to plant them a little deeper. Now there are several schools of thought. There are people who say don't plant them any deeper than they were originally planted. And there are other ones who say go ahead and plant. You can plant them deep, it's not going to hurt them. So I'm rolling the dice here and I'm going to plant these deeper. Just note that there will be no root development on the stem like if you plant tomatoes deep, but it usually doesn't hurt them. Now this cute little baby pepper is probably the smallest I would transplant a pepper. It's got its first set of true leaves. You can see there isn't much root development, one little root sticking out there, but it is going to be transplanted. As long as I have all this equipment out, I'm going to go ahead and transplant it and put it in a bigger pot, and it will take off and probably catch up to the other ones. Now here is some peppers where both seeds germinated and they are growing together. Peppers are one of the few plants that you can let grow together. I'm not going to separate these. I'm going to plant them just as they are, and we'll see how they do. These particular ones are banana peppers, so we'll see how they do if they stay together. If you don't want to keep 2 peppers together, you can always trim one of them off. So here I'm going to take the smaller of the 2 and trim it off. I trim it right down at ground level, and then I pot up the remaining pepper. Once everything is transplanted, you want to give them all a really good drink of water, and they will be happy in those pots until they're ready to go in the garden. And that is it for this episode of Sharon's Home and Garden. I'm going to give you a Beverly Hillbillies goodbye here. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to click on that subscribe button or give me a thumbs up. Until next time, happy gardening, everybody. Bye-bye.